Welcome back, Space Marines. So today we're going to take a look at patch 10.1 and how it affects the Vanguard Executioner build, which by now, as everyone knows, is my absolute favorite build in the game. I've pretty much no-lifed this. A couple of things changed with the Power Axe. It got a buff, first of all, so that's good news. Namely, the most important part was that the Power Backstep got a 66% damage increase. And that makes this build absolutely absurd now. So I'll show you some breakpoints later on in the video, and we'll get into the training ground, but for now I'll show you the build. So two very important things with the Power Axe buff here. Again, the Power Backstep got a 66% damage increase. If you take the Tactical Retreat perk, it gets even stronger. Plus this, on Majoris, flat damage increase of 10% against Majoris or higher level enemies. Very, very good. And one thing that's very important is this perk here, Discharge. I'll show you why, but basically it allows you to guarantee a grapnel execution set up on a termagant with an overhead strike. So overhead strike is when you either dodge and melee attack or you sprint melee attack. So if you do that on a termagant now, this perk guarantees that you can grapnel execute them because it will put them at less than 33% health. So I'm also running the Heroic Bolt Pistol because I think that it's pretty good for contested health recovery. The Heavy Bolt Pistol is also very good as well, but it has slightly lower contested health regen. So they're both really great. They both have the same breakpoints. So you may as well take this just for the quality of life. Aside from that, this is a very reliable way to also set up termagants for a grapnel execution chain, just like the Discharge perk that I showed you earlier with the Power Axe. So one single burst on a termagant, if all 3 shots hit, will guarantee that you can grapnel execute them and start your execution chain that way. Occulus Bolt Rifle, as always, same thing here. In terms of perks, this is what it looks like. It's the same here. Again, I'm running this because the only time I would be not executing an enemy with my grapnel launcher would be if I make a mistake. And if I make a mistake, I want to at least come away with it with some kind of damage reduction. This is basically the death. The death armor, I like to call it. Even the eyes are blacked out. I think this is very fitting for this particular build, very appropriate. So let's jump into some gameplay and I'll show you all of the breakpoints in the testing arena right now. So let's get into this here. So I'm going to show you breakpoints first. We'll spawn some Tyranids. Let's start with the termagants, because this is very interesting. So with termagants, as I told you, if you have that discharge perk, this is what you can do. So you see that burst that came out, guarantees that you can set up an execution. So that comes from the last perk in the bottom tree for the Power Axe. It's called Discharge. That has a 15-second cooldown though, so be mindful of that. I'll do it again really fast. Here he is. It won't have that little explosion. But now if I try, I'm not going to get it. Okay? So just be mindful of the 15-second cooldown on that. Now I'm going to show you how it works with the Heroic Bolt Pistol with the burst fire. So setting up termagants again is the same way. One burst and you get a guaranteed grapnel execution. All 3 bullets have to hit though, so be careful. If you do miss one of them, just do it again. Just do 2 bursts, basically. There we go. All 3 hit, we're good. Okay? Obviously, this is an excellent way. Both ways are excellent ways to start your grapnel execution chains. So this is a very good quality of life increase for this build. Now, let's get into Majoris breakpoints. This also got a huge quality of life increase. The fact that you can backstep and it's much stronger now, and then gunstrike allows you to set them up for a grapnel execution immediately. So it only takes 1 parry now. Here we go. And we're done. That's basically what that looks like. I'll do it with the warrior whip as well, just to show you, just in case. Here we go, backstep, gun strike, and you see he got that little red line, that little red indicator, and you can execute. Now, another very interesting thing that changed very recently, and I think this was hidden. I'm going to spawn 2 warriors. I mean, 2 whip warriors, sorry. But watch this. I'm going to set one of them up, okay, and watch what it does. The other one got hit. I'm not even going to shoot. It used to be that you needed to shoot. Well, obviously he enraged now. So I have to spawn 3 of them. All right. Fun. So anyways, the point is that you used to need to shoot when it came to Tyranids. So even if you hit them with a burst AoE from zone of impact, you had to put 1 bullet or maybe 2 even sometimes into the other enemy next to you when you would execute the first one. You'd have to put a couple of bullets in the next one so that you can execute again. Now you don't need to anymore. You could just keep chaining the execution, which is also ridiculous. It's an amazing buff. So let's try to do 3 of these guys, or however many, whatever. Okay, here we go. So in theory, there we are. They both got hit. Okay. We're just gonna pick one of them. Maybe this one. I didn't hit him at all, and I can execute again. So that's a huge buff. For obvious reasons. So power backstep again, gun strike on this guy, and he's dead. It's really, really strong. So allows you to clear much more reliably now. It's much easier, less, fewer steps, fewer headaches between enemies. You can just keep chaining from one to the other as long as you hit your burst. So if they're clumped up, they're dead, basically. Okay. Breakpoints on Lictor. You still have to do 2. So it's the same breakpoint as before, and it's fine. So you're good, basically. 2 of those, and you set them up. So no major difference there. I'll show you with the Ravener. With the Ravener, the same perfect dodge trick that I showed you last time with the double gun strike still applies. Let's go again. You need to do basically 2 of those, and he's dead. And you can execute. Of course, we're just going to do this now. So let's do it again really quickly. The problem with that is that you need to get distance. Conversely, there you go. You do it this way, and he's dead. So any combination of that, basically against a Lictor and Ravener, you need 2 series of either perfect dodge, double gun strike trick with Ravener, or perfect parry, backstep, gun strike. You have to do that cycle twice, basically, to be able to execute them. Okay, so let's spawn a Rubric Marine, and I'll show you the breakpoint on him. So we're gonna parry once. He actually melee me. Okay, so 1 power backstab, and he's dead. So same breakpoint there. And much like the Tyranids now, I mean, Chaos was always like this. If you do hit a zone of impact on these guys, they're basically dead automatically. Here we go. So yeah. And basically it's very easy to chain these guys. I'll show you how this build does against Chaos in the later half of this video. And then I'll also upload a full run of True Solo Absolute Fall of Atreus. Basically, it does very well against Chaos because it's so easy to chain now. The only issue with this build now is still the same as before. It's boss damage. But the buffs to the power axe in general and the fact that you can now take the bottom tree actually really do help. But we'll try that now. There we go. There we are. So you see, you can always do stuff like this, and it'll be pretty strong. We're gonna make him bring us closer to the Marine here. There we go. What we want is to kill this guy. I frame the explosion and just do this. And yeah, so you could just attack. And you'll be doing a lot more melee damage now because of these buffs, thankfully. It's not bad. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. So that's the gist of it. Double gun strike whenever he does that. Good opportunity for damage. Overhead strike. And sometimes that'll happen. You can always do this to get your armor back as well and I-frame the explosion. Go for the double gun strike here. You gotta do it fast for it to work. There you go. I'm gonna power backstep this one. Whenever he does a teleport one, you can basically power backstep and gun strike. I don't really need armor, so I'm just gonna step out of this one. I won't waste the grapnel. Always good to have them when you need them. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, honestly. His damage isn't crazy good against bosses, but it's better than before. And if you know their patterns, they're not gonna do anything to you anyway, so. And if you have enemies, it's actually good now. Like, having enemies adjacent to the bosses now is actually a good thing for this build, because they're basically like walking nukes for you. And you can always do this. You can even hip fire with this gun. That's pretty cool. And I'll show you how to iframe this. So he does that, right? You can just do this and iframe everything. And voila. And even if there's no one around, let's say, I mean, I had 1 armor there, but let's say I had 0 armor, I would still back away and grapnel, because what that'll do on extremist or higher enemy is unmatched zeal will proc, healing you for 30%, but also your grapnel perk will proc, and the execution armor regen will proc. So you'll get 2 armor pips back, so full armor restoration, and you'll get your health back as well. So it's always a good idea to grapnel, even if you don't need to burst anything. If this video was helpful, please like and subscribe. Also, if you're into Warhammer 40k tabletop or Age of Sigmar or trading cards for that matter, we do have a sponsor in the description below. You can enter a code and get a discount. It is not an affiliate link. I make no money off of it. You just get a discount. That's all that happens. And I do stream both on YouTube and Twitch, so feel free to stop by and say hello. I'll play some Fall of Atreus footage now, and then I'll put the full True Soul Absolute Fall of Atreus run on YouTube probably tomorrow. So enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Later. Whoa. Holy moly. This is a lot of people in this one little corner. Gotta move, gotta go, gotta go. One more. Let's get rid of him, actually. He's a good target. Okay, that was the wrong one, because he teleported exactly when I tried to do it. Thank you. That's better. God. We're farming them. He got hit immediately, which is kind of epic. Alright, well, let's just keep going. We're actually farming them. Wrong one. But that's okay, he was hit already from the previous ones. Oh, all good. Him. Yep. Oh my god, what is this chain? This is the craziest execution sequence ever. It doesn't even matter who I hit anymore. He's executable, so I'm just gonna get him. Whoops. I did that wrong. Get away from me. Okay. Wrong one. Doesn't matter. They're all hit. They're all AoE'd a million times. Okay. Well, that was something. Ooh, okay. So we're gonna blow that up. There we go. Shit. Okay, so now the problem is I don't actually have anything to deal with this guy. Okay, we're gonna do this just to regen armor and stop him from doing this. Actually, I would like to parry you. That'd be very nice. There we go. Problem solved. He's dead. And we're back to full.